An Unfinished Life, The Legend of Tarrywile. Tarrywile is a beautiful park located in Danbury, Connecticut. People from all around the area come to hike the trails, mountain bike, or enjoy time with family. Also on the beautiful grounds are a mansion and an unfinished castle. A castle that looks very out of place in the middle of Danbury. You can rent the mansion for special occasions like showers, anniversary parties, or even a wedding. Not all weddings here have been happy ones, however. At one time, the 1,000-acre property was owned by a very wealthy family called the Wiles. The park is shrouded in mystery today. Many visitors wonder why the family who loved their home so much would move away so suddenly and just give away their home to the city. And then there is that puzzling, spooky, unfinished, eerie-looking castle. Many wonder why it was built in the first place. And many wonder why it was never finished. The Weil family was a very affluent family. Mr. Weil lived in the mansion with his wife and 2 daughters, Elizabeth and Irene, in the late 1800s. The family loved where they lived. Nobody loved the place more than Elizabeth. She loved exploring the woods, horseback riding, swimming in the pond, and reading. Her favorite stories to read were about princesses and castles. She always said she would live in a castle of her very own one day. It was always her dream. Elizabeth grew into a beautiful young woman. One day she met the love of her life, Edward, who was also from a very wealthy family. Soon they were engaged and began planning for their own wedding right away. It was now 1903. Of course, they would be married in the mansion. Elizabeth made it no secret that she wanted her and Edward to live in a castle, just like she always dreamt about as a girl. Mr. Weil realized that there were no castles around, and worried about his daughter moving away. He could not bear that idea, and he came up with a brilliant idea. He would build his daughter her very own castle. Just about a mile up the hill as her wedding present, construction began straight away. Since Mr. Weil came up with his plan so late, the castle would not be ready until Elizabeth and Edward returned from their honeymoon. Time passed and the family was busy making plans for the wedding. More than 200 guests were invited. On the morning of the wedding, the mansion was bustling with last-minute preparations, and family from out of town began arriving. Mrs. Weil was so excited and could no longer wait. She ran up the stairs to Elizabeth's room to wake her. Except Elizabeth was not there, nor was her wedding dress. The bed was made, the window was opened, but no Elizabeth. She was nowhere to be found. Worried, Mrs. Weil alerted her husband, Irene, and a few maids. They could not find her, and now the family was very concerned. This was not like Elizabeth. As it got later, they decided they had to tell Edward. Panicked now, the family frantically began searching the grounds. It was Mr. Weil who found his daughter. She was laying face down on the lawn under her bedroom window in her wedding gown. She was dead. Nobody knows what exactly happened to Elizabeth that day. It remains a mystery still today. Understandably, the Weil family was devastated. Mr. Weil stopped all construction on the castle immediately. He could not accept knowing she would never live there and did not want to see it finished. After the funeral, Edward, heartbroken, left for Europe and was never seen around these parts again. The Wiles tried to go on with their lives in the mansion that they once loved, but every room reminded them of Elizabeth. Like the library, where she loved to read, the porch where she always played school as a child, the staircase where she loved to play dolls, and the greenhouse where she always planted her favorite flowers, and then the garden where she was to be married. Family tried, but Mr. Weil could not stand it anymore. He wanted to get away from the pain. The family packed their belongings and left. Rather than sell it, they gave it to the city in hopes that someday people would enjoy the mansion and the grounds like they once did. Now that is not quite the end of this tale. You see, some say it was not the memory of Elizabeth that haunted the family, but the ghost of Elizabeth that did. Tarrywile Park closes at sunset like the family requested, because That is when you can see Elizabeth in her wedding gown, slowly making her way from the mansion up to her unfinished castle. The castle is very mysterious and spooky. Some say they have seen Elizabeth, bouquet and all, up in a window or walking across an opening. The castle is overgrown with brush now. There's a fence that surrounds it, and it is very eerie. And you do feel like you are being watched. I don't know about any ghost stories or a ghost bride, and I myself have never seen her. But then again, I would never be caught anywhere near that mansion or that castle at sunset.